everybody, welcome to the next vlog. Let's hope the camera cooperates with me today. I probably need a software update. We are starting a little early this week on the filming because, you know, wedding, honeymoon, trying to get in. We got more updates, a lot more has happened, especially on the wedding side. Today is Monday, the 15th of August, 2022. It is 6:15 p.m. and it is grilled cheese day. We're gonna do the final round of the final four, and then we'll have our championships decided. And then Mary and I can figure out how we're gonna handle that, who we're gonna invite, when we're gonna do it. Because, you know, limited time. But welcome to the vlog where we're gonna cook things, we're gonna talk about movies, we're gonna talk about our wedding and our honeymoon, we're gonna make a cocktail at some point, there'll be cute cats, there'll be cuteness with Mary and I, and video game chat, whatever else floats our boat. Because I also realized last week I forgot to actually talk about a different video game I had played. Let's see if I remember this time, we'll see. In case I forget, it was Rise, Son of Rome. It's for points, but anyways, as I like to remind you, there are time codes in this in case there are parts you don't like or you want to skip around or you want to jump back in and watch this in chunks. So if you see the timeline bar down there, red, it has little gaps, or you can open up the description with the see more button. You'll see a whole bunch of blue numbers, which reminds me, Mike P, thank you. I got to go back and fix one from last week. And you can use those blue numbers to jump around and, you know, like just click on it and it'll take you right to that segment and it'll tell you what all the segments are, things like that, if, you know, part of this is not your cup of tea. That said, I'm running a little bit late today. Mary's getting hungry. The grilled cheeses are not very difficult, but they're gonna be delicious and the decision might be difficult. So let's get to cooking, shall we? Let's cook. All right, so as usual, we are working with this Soups Magazine special edition from Food Network that has 50, I'm gonna sneeze, 50 grilled cheese in the back. And you can find this article, I link to it in the description, or you can go Google Food Network 50 grilled cheese. It's almost identical, the article. There are one or two sandwiches that are different, but if you want to follow along, that is the way to do it. So we have come a long way. We'll look at our notes of previous decisions, but today we're going to put one of the very first ones we tried, number 16, the goat Cheese-Peppadew, versus one of the latest ones we tried. Where is it? Number 41, open-faced pastrami. Both of these are fairly easy, but fairly delicious.
I found our culprit.
Oh. So it is bread. Oh, is there seed? But that's...
Oh, but I guess
Thank you for... Okay, it's important that you found that, but now you've completely derailed and sidetracked.
I'm sorry.
Because now I feel like we have to tell them the whole story and...
Should I show them this before I toss it?
No, it's kind of gross. We had a moth explosion in our laundry room, and we sometimes keep overflow of bread in there and some fruits Mary does. So she finally found where it was. It was in King's Hawaiian Sweetbread. Sorry. It's driving the cats are loving it. Okay, composure. That is her superpower. If you've been around long enough, you know that's what we say. Mary's superpower is the power of derailment. I love her. All right, so the number 16 goat Cheese-Peppadew, we're gonna mix half a cup of cream cheese with a quarter cup of goat cheese and 8 chopped Peppadew peppers. Sandwich 1/4 of the mixture between 2 slices of multigrain bread. Cook flipping once until golden. And then use the remaining cheese mixture for more sandwiches. We do that. And then the open-faced pastrami, number 41, we're gonna spread Russian dressing on 1 slice of pumpernickel bread, top with a few thin slices of pastrami and 1 slice of Swiss cheese, broil until cheese melts. We've also tweaked that recipe a bit, if you've watched along. So let's jump into the notes of all the original thoughts and, you know, get caught up on here as we're almost through the whole Tournament of Toasties. Oh. All right, so back on March 26th of 2021, we had our round 1 where we put the number 9 ricotta garlic versus the number 16 goat Cheese-Peppadew. Winner was goat Cheese-Peppadew. Eric and Mary agree. Not much more notes there in round 1. So then also in round 1 for the other one, I know this was near the end. Maybe not as near the end as I thought. Where are you? Really not as near the end as I thought. Okay. It was round 9 of the first time around. August 11th, 2021, so just a little over a year ago, damn. We did the number 41 open-faced pastrami versus the number 43 open-faced caprese, with the winner being the pastrami. And then we said number 4, add sauerkraut for open-faced Reuben. We tried that last time, it wasn't that good. And then number 43 definitely needs balsamic drizzle if we did the caprese again. So anyways, that was during round 1, narrowing it down to 16. So then we went into round 2, the sweet 16. And On January 26th of 2022, we put the number 10 Swiss and Mushroom versus the number 16 Goat Cheese-Peppadew. Winner was the Goat Cheese-Peppadew. The Swiss needed more dressing. Okay, don't we all? So let me find the other one. Okay, so then on April 27th, 2022, round 8 of the Sweet 16, the final round, we did the number 41 open-faced pastrami versus the number 44 open-faced French onion, with the winner being the pastrami, of course. It says very close. Picked pastrami because of possible improvements to make, and it's easier and cheaper. Next time, toast bread first and use red Russian dressing liberally. We did that last time, it greatly improved it. And then add more Swiss, right, okay. And then have sauerkraut as a passable add-on, but like I said, we did try that, we did not like it. So then we get to the Elite 8. It was in round 2, May 25th of 2022. I tell you this in case it makes it easier to go search if you want to watch these original episodes. Except you won't find all of the round 1, that was all on Patreon. Round 2 of this Elite 8 was May 25th, 2022. Number 16, Goat Cheese-Peppadew versus the number 26, Brie Roast Beef. No nose, Goat Cheese-Peppadew won. Okay, and then round 4 on June 23rd, 2022 was the Mediterranean, number 24, versus the 41 open-faced pastrami with the pastrami winning. Sauerkraut didn't work as well as we thought it would on the pastrami was the only note. All right, and that is where we're at. Yeah, because we have the 1 round of final 4 figured out. All right, so that catches us up on that. So now let's get to it, shall we? First things first, let's bring the camera down. Show you what we're working with here. We don't have, this is not gonna take a lot of prep work. We have the same multi-bread bread that we buy. Now I'm all paranoid, I'm just making sure. I did just buy this just the other day, so yes, those are crumbs. I saw something move and I freaked out. But we got the multi-grain bread, we got the pumpernickel bread, which I got lucky again that my deli actually had. This is really good. Deli Swiss cheese, deli pastrami, Vermont creamery, goat cheese, and Philadelphia cream cheese. I've had these out for a couple hours, so they're really soft. It'll make the mixing easier. And we got Peppadew. They're sweet and spicy. These are pretty good. I think there's 8 in here. I have another jar if not. And then I'm just using the Wishbone Russian red dressing because I'm doing that for consistency. Now, the one thing we did do before was we toasted the pumpernickel earlier, so I've got the broiler on so we can get to that. So first though, let's go ahead and let's cut the peppers so we can mix up the cheese mixture while the bread is broiling. And then we just gotta build and fry and we're good to go. So this should not take too long, which is good because we're hungry and, you know, slice and dice. I don't know. I don't have a slip mat under here, but I don't need to do too heavy of a dicing job here, so I'll grab a fork. Don't feel like submerging my fingers completely. And I couldn't tell if there's 7 peppers in here or 8 peppers. So let's hope there's 8 peppers and we can just be good to go. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely done for, whatever. And I should get a paper towel. Hey, what the crap is all that? I don't know. Always finding new stuff. All right, wish us luck. Try to turn these over and drain them as we get them too here. 1. 2. 3. I think we're in luck. 4. And I mean, you don't have to be super specific on this. 5. Yeah, I think we have exactly. No? Nope. 6. Poop shickle. 7. And it looks like that's all that's in there. Yeah, crap. All right, well. Fine, we'll open another one. Jack, did you lose your silver ball under there again, buddy? Aw. My little pedito, I will try to get to that for you when I can. Crap baskets. I don't know how far back I have to dig to get to that other jar. Okay, not that bad. Sorry, I wasn't as prepared as I wanted to be. I really gotta reorganize my overflow station some more. All right. Man, this thing is kind of a pain. I don't understand why they want me to have it. Well, at least we can get us a big boy here. And there's an 8th Peppadew pepper. Cool. Well, that's a good brine. Pepper zucchini? Ooh, actually. I said that in jest, but you know, we've tried a lot of other things in martinis. That might be pretty good. Okay. Aw. Jack, buddy, I can't get to it right now, but I'll try to remind Mom when she gets in. So hopefully she can get that for you. Or if I get a chance, I will come get it for you. All right, he loves his sparkle balls and he's really into them right now and he keeps losing it under the thing. And Mary's here, so hey, if you get a second, I think his ball's under there and he looks like he's desperately looking for it. So we're just gonna kind of rough chop these.
Yeah, it's under there.
That's what I figured.
Cheeky Jack.
I mean, you want to leave some texture, but you don't want it too chunky. You do want it to be able to spread through every bite of the cheese. And this mixture, it's good for the sandwich. I don't know if we told you this, but we thought it would be good on a burger, and we tried it once, and honestly, you kind of lose all the flavors. It doesn't really fit with a burger that great. So, you know, it might be worth trying with some other things, maybe like a turkey sandwich. That looks like we did a pretty good job. Maybe get that one in half a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's try to get all this into a mixing bowl. Okay. Off thy finger. All right, let me just clean up briefly here. I want that knife clean for the sandwich cutting. And see how much of this we can get with the dry. I'm gonna flip the board. I just wanted to get a start on that. Nice. Okay. Actually, let's set this board aside for a minute. We don't need it at the moment. So give me some space to work on putting some power into this. So how much cheese? 4 and 2, I think it says. We'll have half a cup of cream cheese. That's 4 ounces. 1/4 cup of goat cheese. That's 2 ounces. So this is 8 and 4. So we want half of each of these. I was, you know what, let me try something here. I wanted to try something. Not with that, but with this. Just wonder, because this is a little bit of a pain. Wonder if I could just cut this straight in half. Kind of like I do with my chorizo. It especially kind of is a problem where yeah, I mean, that kind of worked. I can just drop half of this into a Ziploc bag. Okay. Yeah, that's a way better way of doing this than I've done it in the past. There we go, get that goat cheesy goodness in there. I would never do that and lick my fingers for anybody else. But Mary likes that. Mary likes it when I lick things. Aw, she stepped out and didn't get to hear it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Weird. All right, we're just gonna eyeball it. Again, this is not something that has to be 100% perfect, you know? They do have markings on the side, but for whatever reason, they aren't quite lining up on this one. Probably could have just used that same knife. I don't know what I'm doing. And that looks like about half. Okay. Definitely got fun plans for that half of a brick of cream cheese. I'm gonna grab a bag for that and put my cheeses away. And we will move on to mixing and broiling and toiling. Yeah, I have some ideas, some theories, some things I may concoct based on this. Aw, he's got his smoke ball. He was meowing at Mama's door, but Mama's outside. I think he wanted to show her, or he was like, no, I can't get to it. Can't get to the Sparkles. Mr. Sparkles. I'm sure he calls it Mr. Sparkles. Okay, so we're gonna start mixing this a little bit, and then we're gonna get on the, I usually use this, but is this what I really want to use? Let's go different. Let's actually try with like a fork, so we can really kind of mash through everything. Especially because it's all soft. Can we see this pretty good? Yeah, we can see this pretty good. Figure we'll get this started. Because, you know, when you broil, you gotta really keep your eyes on things. Yeah, actually the fork is working way better, especially since I had the cheese really soft. Yeah, I don't know why I was using that flat spatula before. This is like so much easier than it's ever been. Trying to get all that peppers off the side. Now I am hungry. Quite honestly, I think this is just about done. Oh, I should get some butter out for the one pan. Yeah, that's looking pretty well combined. There you go. That looks nice. All right, well, let's bring this back over from a building station. All right, next we want to broil a little bread. So I'm gonna pick out some pieces of bread. Mary and I each get one. I'm going to do like 3 to play it safe in case I screw any up. Get those nice pieces out. Actually, you know what, do I have? Hold on, let me, kind of want to do this differently, I think. Because those all kind of have big slivers of like holes in them. So I think if I come from down here, it's not as holy. Yeah, to a certain extent. They've all got some holes through them. Just trying to do something that'll help with the whole, you know, keeping the sauce on. So we're gonna throw these in the broiler just for a couple minutes. We just want to get the top crust crispy, or the top of the bread crispy, so that it does not just soak up the Russian dressing. So we want to keep an eye on that. In the meantime, I'm gonna grab some butter and we'll start building the multigrain one. Got my standard Tillamook sea salt creamery. That's what I like to use for my buttered grilled cheeses. Grilled chazas. All right, now we're gonna build one of these. In here, get a couple nice pieces of the bread. Ooh, some big boys. All right. Yeah, that moth thing was really weird. We've never experienced that. I'll just use this fork to get a big chunk of it out. We'll get a knife and spread it. I think a couple forkfuls like that'll do it. Maybe a little bit more. We'll start there, we'll go some more. About half the mixture is what I think I usually use, although this loaf might be much larger than usual. I really should have spread it over here, it looks like. That one just looks a little more structurally sound. But you want to make sure you get enough in here that you actually get to, you know, enjoy it. This will melt out pretty good, so I don't mind bumping it up in the middle a little. And this will definitely be, let's see, do I want to go low and slow on this? Maybe. I'll figure that out in a second. My brain is not prepared to do that thought process. Because it's not going to take too much for the cheese to melt, but we want to make sure we get the inside, the edges toasty. So I guess actually that's going to be a little more, oh fuck, bread. I almost forgot. Ooh, I think we got it just in time. Yeah, there's a nice toasting on there. Yeah, it smells good, it's not burnt. I don't think. Yeah, no, that looks good. And all those little rye seeds smell good. All right. Whew, caught that just in time though, I will say that. All right, so I'm gonna say that that is ready to go. Let me move the camera over so we can see as we dress these. The problem here is gonna come down to timing this well. Because these will not take too long in the oven. And this will take definitely longer. So we're just gonna prep these. So it said be generous with the Russian dressing. Making 3 again in case I screw up.
Any chance you could hand me some paper towels?
If you give me 1 second, let me pour this.
Alright.
We're just about ready to cook, by the way. Well, actually, we are ready to cook. I just need to heat up the pan and finish dressing these.
Okay.
Like, just a few, or what are you looking for?
Give me at least 2.
Yeah, I'll give you 3.
Okay.
Because I love you.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. All right, let me go ahead and be heating up this pan then. I don't want to heat it up. I want to heat it on the, we'll go right between medium low and medium high for now. All right, back to spreading the Russian dressing. These are a little hot. Ooh, and yeah, it's dripping through some of the crevices into my hand, so this was not my smartest choice, which means it might sog up the bottoms a little bit. Now, I have recently learned that we could probably make a more traditional Russian dressing for this, but honestly, we're just trying to keep it consistent as best we can. I don't mind doing little tweaks from previous versions, but you know, we want to keep it fair and not muck about too bad. Okay. Alrighty. So now we're gonna get some pastrami on there. That does say a few slices of thin pastrami, but let's be real. This is very big and thick, so we usually just do 1 slice each, roughly. And you know what, I think I'm gonna throw butter in that pan once we get the pastrami on. Well, I don't know, I think we do 1.5 slices each. Something like that, maybe 1 1/3 each, I don't know. This is definitely just kind of like, build it the way you think it'll work for you. So I'm just gonna make sure everything has, you know, some pastrami in it. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a time here, trying to make this work. And we'll rip up 1 more piece here and just kind of fill in the blanks. That's pretty good. Let's get a little more on that first one. Yeah. What do we think? Maybe just a touch up here. I'm gonna get it kind of evenly layered. Little piece over there. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. All right, let's, yeah, that pan is good. Get our butter handled here. A couple tablespoons ready. Come on now. Just go ahead and get that piece of butter in the pan. Have that piece of butter ready. Definitely trying to coat where the sandwich is gonna go. I'm gonna take that heat down to medium low. Definitely don't want to burn this. Okay, let's get the Swiss over here so we'll be ready. And sandwich in. There we go.
Aren't you done yet?
The sandwich just went in the pan.
I know.
And these are about to go in the broiler. I am very ready for them. And hopefully you'll be ready for me to help. Alright, we're gonna get the Swiss cheese on anyway, so. Ooh, look at this. It's long sliced. Oh, yeah. Although, to be honest, we're probably gonna go 2 slices each because it's supposed to be nice and cheesy. Interesting that it was long sliced like this. Haven't had that happen. It's not great if I was making a burger, but it's perfect for this. All right, pastrami and this is going away. That sandwich is cooking. I think when we flip the sandwich, I think that'll be a good time to throw those in. That's what I'm thinking. Make some room for Mary and I to eat when time comes here. All right, what do we want plate-wise? That's probably gonna look good on blue. That'll look good on... All right, get a spatula. Spatula City.
After we.
Okay. So now we wait.
Jack, did you do what I think you did?
You got his sparkle onto the couch. That poor kiddo.
Did you get it? Did you get a little?
In the meantime, I'm over here. Probably should do this on camera. I'm gonna see how much of this cheese mix we have left. Is the plan, but it's not coming out that well because I'm having a hard time getting it off the board.
I'm a real low one.
You wanna lick the fork? Okay, all right. Yep, as soon as I flip that, I'm gonna throw those under the broiler. Look how I was saying, like, they don't usually cut the cheese like that, but they kind of cut it perfect size.
Yeah. Good job.
Well, I didn't do it. I'm just saying, that was a surprise.
Good job picking it.
I don't take credit where credit wasn't due. Still see a little bit of bubbling, a little bit of sizzling under there, so it's probably still good. Tell the cheese mix is getting nice and melty already. Just gonna touch it a little, see if it feels crispy or still soft. It might be ready. Sorry about that. I forgot to delete the stuff from the last cook session off the main cam. And this is too hot. I hope I haven't fucked this one up. Because it was definitely done. I didn't get a good look at it yet, so we'll let Mary kind of show you. Yeah, the little pocket cam, I completely forgot to delete last cook session off it, so that's why it just cut out. But I noticed it right away, so we didn't do anything you didn't see. glad Mary was here to be my awesome camera lady. Oh, no, that's perfect. Perfect.
Yep.
Got it just in time. I'm glad I got a little paranoid. Okay, now let's get these in the oven. Under the broiler. Everybody keep your nose out for anything burning. Honestly, it's kind of nice they can see that a little bit better this way anyways. Okay, so bring the heat back up a little bit. We're gonna keep our eye on that. Butter's good. Let me put that away. Tell you y'all, cleaning as you go is where it's at. As best you can. You can't always do all of it, but. That there. Our leftover pizza. Yes.
Hi,
Yes, you
Mom.
heard right. Eric had leftover pizza.
What?
He's a good boy.
Check. Oh, you dropped your
A
ball.
little bit more. I brought the heat back a touch more.
Okay. We project to get his ball in his mouth again so
No,
I
I
can show
know.
people how cute it is.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for these too. Here, swing over. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, they're almost there. I'll give them maybe one more minute.
Now, did you heat up the meat first?
No. God damn it. That was not in any of the notes. Keeper of the notes.
Well, maybe we didn't have as much an issue with it as we did some of the other ones.
Maybe. Sorry.
Well, I think what it is the ones that we put that note on have been ones that are actual grills.
Yeah, that may be true.
Where they
Maybe
have
the
like
broiler
bread,
roll.
where they have like the bread insulating the meat, whereas the broiler is kind of a little more direct.
Yeah. Bring that heat back up a little bit too. That butter's not sizzling quite like I want it to.
Jack. Hi, Harry. Thank you, Jack. You can bring your ball upstairs. There you go.
Okay, I need boys.
All right.
I understand the allure of cute cats. I was trying not to. Let's slide them out a little bit and see. Oh, that
Those
looks
look melty.
awesome.
Hey, Napoleon. Oh, hi.
Okay, so now I'm gonna check this. I have a feeling it's not quite ready. I don't know. That's actually feeling kind of toasty. No, it can go a little longer. It's a little light. Bring the heat up just a hair. Those are hot anyways. It'll take a minute.
Hi.
Thought you were a good camera operator.
You spoke too soon.
Well, now I got nothing interesting to tell you anyways, so. Wait on this dang thing. I know, right? I'm like, turn up the heat. Toast, you motherfucker. There, I see a little butter sizzle happening now. There we go. Move it on the heat a little bit too and try to get the ends toasted a bit since it's a big bread. Big bread.
So I'm thinking we go with the peppadew first and then the open face.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Here, I'm gonna
Mostly
test
because I have a feeling the brisket's gonna be a bit more of a powerful flavor than the peppadew.
Yeah,
cheese.
possibly. The pastrami.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like at least it's not cold. I really do wish I had remembered to warm it up, but we'll see. Okay, I got a feeling this is real close.
Okay, Napoleon, you might want to watch out.
Oh, he's not in the way.
Not?
No.
Okay.
Although I will want to paper towel.
Jack, did you leave your ball downstairs?
Or did you already knock it under something?
I'm pretty sure you left it downstairs.
All right, let's give it another look. See, it was a little toasted when I looked. It was just kind of light. Beautiful. I don't know why that matters. It doesn't. Reveal.
Oh, that sounds even better.
Yeah, Mary likes a light toasting. I like the first side slightly better, but that's still pretty good. Nice. Okay. So I'm gonna. I get it. They're cute. I understand, but I am. You want this done so that we can eat, right?
Yeah, I understand you do stuff. You weren't doing stuff when
I was about to.
All
right. We are going to cut this down the middle just because it's so big. Usually I like to go diagonal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And the other ones we don't need to cut, although I may need a spatula to put some on plates. Let's see.
Now, if I realize we're doing this tonight, I may not eat my pizza for lunch.
Well, I remember I wasn't sure. I was either going to do a hot dog thing or do this, and I thought, let's get this over with and get this out of the way. All right, that's going to be for those. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, at least for the photo and close-up session. And then let's grab one of these. This bad boy.
Are we each just going to eat one, or?
Oh yeah, on these, yeah. I just made an extra just in case.
Hey, John.
Well, I mean, okay. All right, let me do the beauty footage. Here's the beauty footage. Aw, okay, no, for real, here's the sandwich. Okay, my camera keeps being a real pain, so I don't know if that cuteness about Mary being the sexy footage is there. Hopefully the whole cooking footage is there too, but look at that gorgeousness. I mean, that is a beautiful sandwich. And yeah, I mean, the open faces, I mean, I can't say they're pretty necessarily, but they're gonna be pretty dang tasty. Mm. Oh yeah. All right, I have a feeling this might actually be a more difficult decision than I think it will be. Let's find out. All right, Mary, let's do the swap.
Okay, let's see.
I'll make you room to, I mean, you can take either side. I'm just making you room to put something down because I gotta wipe Russian dressing out so we don't get, I wish you wouldn't bend it, but.
Well,
Hold that plate steady, please.
How else you expect me to pick it up?
I don't know. I was just surprised it was bendy, I suppose. Okay, and then that way you don't cross-contaminate. Then you pick whichever one of these you want. Excellent. You said we're going with this one first? By the way, here's the other toasty side.
Going to be a milder flavor overall?
Maybe. Well, I'm not waiting. I'm getting in there. Mmm. Oh man. Mm.
Very good.
Oh God. Mm. Oh my God. That is just so good.
Sorry.
I love you, but can we please focus on this?
As good as I remember.
Yeah, that is fantastic. All right. Uh-oh.
All right, that's pretty good.
Now, I think I have some potential caveats that we could use to make this decision easier. But as we went through it last time, we realized maybe that's not the way. It really just should be what we like best here.
Oh. Now I'm supposed to.
That's what we ended up on last time, but I realized I really liked. Fuck. Can I get some of your thoughts?
On this? That is messy. But I need to go back to this one because I'm not.
Well, I mean, again, if we go back to that, like, this wins because it's more traditional grilled cheese, I could see that. Whereas technically the other thing's a melt, and it's an open face melt, but. God damn. But also, I'm a huge fan of goat cheese.
Now, what I'm going to say is the open face is not as more potent as I thought it was going to be with its flavors. It is on about the same level as the Peppadew, but the Peppadew is kind of, for me, you the super taster may disagree, but for me it's sort of a monolithic taste, whereas I do actually taste different things in the open face.
I would definitely disagree with that. I do think it's more pronounced in the open face between the dressing and the pastrami. I like the texture a little more of the open face. But with that goat cheese, that cream cheese, and those Peppadew, I get like all this nice tart vinegar and creamy cheese and that 9-grain bread and the crustiness of it and the grilledness of it.
See, I pretty much get a flavor.
But you could also argue that in its favor that it becomes a grilled cheese. Oh, my arm's starting to hurt. And you get those like bright little bursts of like vinegary peppers, man. And it's way cheesier.
This is why we needed to get a third person in here.
Well, it was either bring in a guest judge or actually plan our wedding and honeymoon. I think I chose wisely. I mean, I'm not lying. I'm still having trouble picking here. Well, shit. This time the camera filled up and we didn't notice, so you missed 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
We still haven't 100% decided. I'm trying to remember what you may have missed. Is Mary saying I'm always moving the goalpost?
Which, that's a trademark move of yours. Oh, when we've had arguments, you move the goalpost.
Well, yeah, because that's how I win. I'll either argue until you're annoyed with arguing and I win, or I'll argue until you realize I'm right and I win. I don't do that to you as often as I do everybody else, but the point I'm trying to get to is I was saying that it's just been much more difficult in the final four because the sandwich has been so damn good. I don't know if we also mentioned that the open face is easier to make, especially if I'm gonna make it for more people, but I gotta go. I gotta go with the Peppadew. Like, that works for me. That is just an amazing, that's, for me, of all the sandwiches we've made, that is the best discovery. And it's not that I'm trying to move the goalpost. I'm just trying to find, like, how do I judge? What do I want to judge it on, you know? So, I mean, it changes from day to day and mood to mood. But I think that's a pretty good factor for me on my version of judging is this was an amazing discovery that we're gonna be making the rest of our lives. And it's so easy.
I really do like it. But I go back and forth on one thing is it's almost a little too heavy for me sometimes.
Well, you could always put a little less cheese in there. I went a little hard on this one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was big bread. Oh, and then you may not have seen, but I tried to show you what we had left there.
You know what? I'll give it to the Peppadew.
Well, I mean, if you can make a case for the other, I'm still open to a case for it, but I think I prefer the Peppadew here.
Well, I think what it comes down to is you did say it is more like a sandwich than a
Grilled cheese.
grilled cheese, which is still technically a sandwich, but
Yeah, but also too, I
what
think.
you mean, but more of a traditional sandwich in that it has meat in it.
Right, and also I think for me, I think the real selling point here is if you're craving a grilled cheese, you want something that you're craving cheese. And honestly, the cheese on the open face is the least part of that. Because again, Swiss is pretty light anyways in flavor. You know, everything comes before the cheese on the open face, whereas the cheese is absolutely the star here. Okay, so I think you not begrudgingly. I was gonna say
somewhat begrudgingly.
it's semi-begrudgingly. Well, the good news is there's another open face if you want it. So.
I know, I'm kind of stuck now.
All right. Well, that's that. Thank you for joining us. So the championship is the Diner Classic versus the Peppadew. Ooh, your traditional grilled cheese versus the amazing gourmet discovery grilled cheese. That is why we're definitely. So I should tell you, I don't know if it's coming up in 2 weeks. Sorry. I didn't know you were going around. I don't know if it's coming up in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or after the vacation. I don't know when we'll do the championship, but I want to make sure we bring in some guest judges. And of course, now I have to figure out how to make multiple sandwiches. Luckily, at least one of the guest judges should be Otter, who is the one that told us about putting mayo inside the bun. So he's a, high-end chef. So if nothing else, he can run some of the burners. Put him to work. Earn them grilled cheeses. All right, well, that's that. I'll show you some stuff. I got a little more I'll do today, but I'll finish up the vlog a little later this week because I got to go do trailers, so. Peace and cheesy grease. Wipe that face, honey. Yeah. You have to wipe it again. What? Never mind.
I love you.
I love you too. My fiance for 33 days. I should save this for the wedding talk, but I gotta say, I did actually have a note the other day where I realized we were planning out schedule and we got to the part where after the nuptials and I was still writing bride and groom. And I thought, no, at this point I should change the itinerary after the nuptials to actually say husband and wife. And the first time I typed it, I got chills a little bit. So.
He also put in snack for Mary at one point.
Yeah, well, on the day, like before the doors open for guests, I was like, oh, it's probably been a big chunk of time since she ate. So I literally put it on the schedule, snack for Mary. But we'll talk about all that later. We got a lot to talk about. All right. Hey everybody, welcome to our wedding update for this vlog. I feel like, by the way, I'm gonna say it right here. I feel like there's something else we're supposed to film together for this vlog, but we are panicking and out of time. So if we forgot it, I'm sorry. Comment, we'll try to get it next time. All right, wedding update and then honeymoon update. So wedding update, there's actually been a lot. It's gonna be a lot from here on.
Oh, Jesus.
I got my tux. I still need a shirt, but I got everything else.
One shot that sucker.
I did. I found it like on a Saturday. I found it online. There was a great sale that ended Sunday. Went in on a Tuesday. Turned out they were having another flash sale I didn't know about that was even cheaper than the first sale. So like, to give you an idea, the jacket, it's an Alfani jacket. It's a good brand, I like them. Normally $330, I got to buy it for $100. Yeah, and then because they have the groomsmen things, they froze that price for us so we can come back Saturday, which we're going in with my boys to work out all of their, that's you, okay, to work out all of their tuxedos at that lower rated price. So yeah, I mean, it was real easy because I found exactly what I wanted like right away, and then we were definitely able to get it. So I definitely have my tux. We have multiple options because Dad and I went a bunch of places, and then I even looked on Amazon, which I'll get to in a second. Multiple options for the groomsmen's tuxes, which I know usually you rent these things, but we're finding these deals where it's like, it's just about the same price to buy them, and then we don't have the pressure of the rental place screwing them up. Yeah. And then like Mike, if he's gonna do his half and half, he has to destroy his anyways. So we found a jacket online that looks just like the groomsman jacket we want, that is a size Mike can work with, and it's like $20 cheaper than the sales we got. So we ordered one of those. If that's good quality, I'm just gonna get those for the groomsmen. We'll still buy them the nice matching pants and all that. But yeah, so tuxedos are essentially handled. I mean, still until like Saturday when I go out with my groom's party. And then we're gonna actually just hang out. Like we haven't decided what yet. I'm thinking wings and beer or something like that. So yeah, so that's happening. So got that. We got a photographer.
Yes.
Our buddy Brando. He's gonna give us a really good deal. He's kind of new. He's an artist. He's a great artist. He's
done travel photography.
Yeah, and he's about to do a wedding, but he's got a real eye. I believe in him, and he's doing it for us at a real good deal. So we got that. We had our meeting with Rose of Sugar Mama's Desserts to get our desserts planned.
Yeah, and
6 types of cupcakes, and we get our own cake. Do you want to tell me this? Because I feel like I'm just, because I know I can run through it. I don't want to do all the talking.
Yeah, so we're going with my favorite, which he happens to really like as well, which is the German chocolate. Yeah,
it's in my top favorites of hers. Not my favorite, but I'm happy to have that for our wedding cake. A little, 8-inch, 9-inch personal one for us?
Yeah. And Rose is going to sketch up some ideas for how to decorate it. Yeah. One of the things that I don't know if we'll use it or not, it's an edible paper sort of deal where it's film strip where you can send in pictures to have it printed onto the film strip.
Those kind of pictures.
So that could be something really fun to play with. I kind of like the idea of getting pictures of us in our different various costumes over the years as different roles.
We don't have that many, but yeah, we could probably pull something.
I have more than you do, probably.
Well, I was just thinking in terms of us we haven't simultaneously dressed up as frequently.
Yeah.
But I guess if you use individual pictures too, sure. So that's German chocolate.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah.
Let's see, do you want on the other flavors?
Well, yeah, we're doing, so for everybody else and for us, we're doing cupcakes, cupcake style. And we're doing 6 different types. 3 are actually kind of cake, 3 are all cheesecake based because Rose makes insane cheesecakes. And ours is a cheesecake, German chocolate cheesecake. But like, what do we decide? Like an Oreo crust and like the caramel toasted coconut topping or whatever. Yeah. So for the cheesecake side, we are going to have German chocolate cheesecakes. People can do it. The first cheesecake we ever had of hers is lemon blueberry. Ooh, so good.
Yeah, he and John really like that.
Yeah, but she's not into lemon or blueberry. I'm not into blueberry, but it works here. And then fudge. What did we decide on the third cheesecake?
Was it like a
Heath? Yeah, the Heath bar. That's also in our tops. That one was really good too. And then on the cake side,
yeah, we have chocolate for the.
Well, I was gonna save that for last to make the joke, but
sorry.
No, you're fine. We got this new thing she just did that's a key lime bundt cake. So it's not gonna be a bundt cake per se, but with like this vanilla frosting and stuff. It is.
Again, that's a you and John.
Well, Dad said that was his favorite desserts of hers, which is huge because it's always been the lemon blueberry. And then a carrot cake. She makes an amazing carrot cake. And then
the chocolate for the not quite so adventurous.
Basic chocolate cake, which we've decided is.
If you're a white or yellow cake person, I'm sorry, but you don't belong here.
Yeah, you can't be that basic and be at our wedding. You can, but yeah. But we also like the idea that like we got these things we're gonna stick in all of them so it identifies it. But like we kind of joked that the chocolate cake one is the tech awards that they don't air. You know, because we have the whole Oscars theme going on. So that's really exciting. So the menu's fully handled and planned.
I think also she's looking to make some that are vegan / peanut friendly.
Yeah, a handful because we have. You're like talking like who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you and you're over there.
Yeah, so that's really cool. We got some cool decoration ideas for the cake table as well, some things we found online. We have a lot of decorating ideas. We've really been working that out. Her mom went overboard. Especially because the first thing she made, we both kind of loved.
Yeah. And
then we kept being given options, being like, well, I mean, we'll play with it, but that first thing is kind of perfect.
Yeah, mom has this thing, she'll get an idea, and then go, but wait, what if we do this? But wait, what if we did this?
It's like, I already love that thing. So actually tonight, and part of why we're scrambling is because I never should have agreed to this on a Wednesday. That was my bad. Wednesday's my busy day.
Well, I thought maybe because we were technically ahead on things.
That's a whole other story, because I'm getting ahead, but I'm trying to keep getting further ahead, so as we get closer, if I fall behind, we're still covered for the while we're gone for videos and stuff. But so we did go over there, we finalized the centerpieces with her, which turned out to be the first thing. Some of her other ideas were great, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But we finally did settle in on the first thing. I'm like off screen, I'm like repositioning Mary. It's aggravating. They're like, what are you looking? Come on.
Alexa, I think.
This is what they want to see. They don't want to see this. Oh, here, I'm gonna give you a Mary frame. So then we. All right, so anyway, so we did decide.
I can see Jack easier from here.
There you go. So we did decide on that. We got that figured out. We're doing like red tablecloths. We're gonna set up like a red carpet, maybe some ropes. We have this cool idea with like these things we found on Amazon, a silhouette of paparazzi and like strobes or something, so when people get off, because you have to access the floor by an elevator. So like as the elevator doors open, it's like click, 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 chick, 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 hey, over here, like sound effects. And like they can walk through like what did they call that? Like the streamer kind of entrance thing.
It's a curtain.
A curtain like gold and black streamers. We got some cool backgrounds for photography. Mary actually found a better one. It looks like you're standing down the line of a red carpet. Yeah. So that's gonna be really cool. We're starting to really narrow in some of the music. We're getting closer in some of the karaoke. Brando is also a DJ, and he's gonna help be a backup on that too with Kathy, so that would take a little of the burden off Kathy. And also, like, he's an awesome dude. I fucking love Brando. His name's Brandon, but his friends call him Brando, so I get to call him Brando. We did all that at Apollo Pizza, by the way. If you're in Lexington, first time, pizza was dope. I got a mac and cheese pizza. It was awesome.
I recommend getting the personal on that one, though, because that one's a lot.
Yeah, but it was really tasty. So we got all that, and so we're hoping to go in next week to the Main on Main where we're having it, and bring in some of the bridal party and really nail down, you know, the decorating plan and like measuring things out, so we can figure out our materials, budget, get the materials ordered and get stuff in. Because some of the stuff, I'm finding out, a lot of the stuff, especially in the day and age of Amazon, a lot of the stuff you can order and own for like the same price you're gonna rent it for. So like tablecloths. But then Mary had this great idea because at first it's like, well, what are we gonna do with like, 24 tablecloths? It's like, well, we might keep 1 or 2 for ourselves, and then what was it? Like, there's an LGBTQ.
Yeah, Mike said that there's some sort of organization to help people who can't really afford weddings to get decorations and stuff. People basically will donate their centerpieces and whatnot.
Yeah, leftover tablecloths, whatever we have that we aren't going to need. It's a great thing so we can help people too. And again, anytime you can own over renting, it's going to take some of the worry off. Like, I mean, if it costs me $16 a tablecloth to rent, but I can buy said same tablecloth for $17 and I can have it here.
This does not apply to everything.
No, I'm not saying everything, but I'm finding it applies to a lot more than you think it does with weddings.
If you're one of those weddings where you get an elephant, rent the elephant.
Okay, fair. What about the pink elephant over there, though?
That's another conversation, sweetie. She can do my water. Go for water.
Had to get fancy with it. Okay, so we got that.
By the way, is Dad wearing his suit, or I couldn't really be in on that conversation because I had to take.
I said whatever's convenient for them because he's gonna walk her down the aisle. But I think they were wondering because the groom's party is all wearing tuxes. But what I told them is like I was only worried about that because people are looking at us basically majority of the time. They'll see him for a minute. If it's easier for him to wear a suit, just go ahead and wear a suit. I'm totally fine with that. I want everybody else to be comfortable. We're just doing some cool stuff on our end. So let's see.
Oh, by the way, sorry.
If it's wedding related, sure.
Well, yeah. Dress shoes. My dad actually wears like work boots, but because you can't see the tops of them, you only see the bottoms, and the bottoms are fine. They're much more comfortable than actual hard shoes.
I really don't care. People can wear whatever they want. I mean, ideally, I'm just saying for the
random tip that popped into my head.
Okay, fair. I'm just saying, like, don't show up in a goddamn tank top and ripped blue jeans, please. But, other than that, like, I'm not, people can, just try to be simian theme, I don't know.
Add to the vibe.
Right, yeah, exactly. But if you can't, you can't. We've got about 45 confirmed people coming. And a handful of people that are confirmed coming that have not RSVP'd, like some of the bridal party and some of the groom party, and even the officiant hasn't actually confirmed on the invites.
Yeah.
They'll be there though. We've been in talks. We had our talk with David, so we went over what the plan is, the writing of the vows or whatever, which we'll still figure that out. Maybe we should change our minds. I don't know. If we need to do it soon, but we'll talk about that. That's the thought that crossed my mind. It's like, am I really going to have time to sit down and figure this out? I don't know. I'm really going to have. Besides, I can always just ramble on about how much I love you in a toast. But
I need to ask if the Church of the Drunken Wookiee actually has their own set of vows.
That would be a good curiosity to ask about, yes. We started the seating chart. Honestly, it's going a lot easier than I expected.
Thankfully, we don't come from families that have lots of beef.
Right. Now, granted, I mean, it was easy for me because I just kind of did the seating chart with all the people I know and my invitees. I don't know on her side, but same with her. Her people are all pretty cool. Okay, so we got that. We're starting to have timetables figured out. What else? We found out today that it's across the street from the Kentucky Theater. And I figured if the weather is good, we were going to run over there with the bride party and the groom party and get our photos in front of the marquee. Mary's mom found out you can rent that marquee and put your own message up.
Yeah.
So it looks like she's going to try.
I knew that, but I thought it was only on the side that was not where the traffic could see.
Okay. Well, I mean, either side would have been cool, but point is Mary's mom was going to surprise us, but then thought maybe she should check with us first. So they're looking into doing that and actually renting, and which is great because, as you know, the wedding is called it's like a movie. So it's great that we're across from the theater, and that it could say. I suggested if they can make it work, put on the marquee, just call it what the wedding's called. The incredibly overdue, fantastical nuptials of Eric and Mary, and if there's room, be like premiering at 5:30 p.m. Like just to play with the whole theme.
Meanwhile, the Kentucky goes, we don't have enough letters.
I'm sure they're trying.
Yeah,
I know. But this is killing me today. It's annoying me. Here, Mary, lick it.
No.
We're cats. Just groom me. That face. Okay, what else is in the wedding thing that we've been handling? In the last week.
I think that's centerpieces have been the main focus on our end.
On your end, yes. My end has been tuxes and organization, and I'm getting there. Because the honeymoon is basically completely figured out now.
I think, was it this last Sunday that I took my dress in? No. It was Sunday before last.
Right. Yeah. You told him about the fitting.
Yeah.
You told him, and you got the hair all worked out.
Yeah.
And you're working with getting the cosmetology figured out.
Yeah. I'm gonna try calling again tomorrow. I was hoping they get back to me today, but I may just do a thing over at the salon in Beaumont, and
I gotta figure out my hair plan. Obviously, mine's way easier.
I may make more of a thing of it, get my makeup, and I may just get my hair done there. I don't know, but maybe get my nails done.
Cool. Because we movie stars and we gotta save the damn world. I don't know. I haven't written the script for our wedding yet. I don't know what the story is. It's like we're just pitching. We got a concept poster and a budget. We don't even have a budget. Yeah. So again, it's been a very productive week. And I think on the wedding side, it's going to get more and more productive. On the honeymoon side, there's going to be a lot of little details that still can be dealt with on the honeymoon side. So like, I may have mentioned it earlier. One, I researched shoes. Because, I mean, you know, doing 10,000... Doing 10,000 steps in a day is not unheard of for us. I mean, usually we do that on average if we really try. He found and he immediately knocked it under the couch. Jack's really into his sparkle balls lately. Oh, he got it. All right, cool. He got it. So, so Mary can stop being distracted. He's carrying around. It's so cute. He carries around his mouth. It looks like he has like a gold lame mustache. Honeymoon. Okay, shoes. Shoes. So I recommend, and I went in and like everybody recommends like get a couple of pairs, and I needed new shoes anyways. The support in mine were really bad at this point. So I researched and went out and bought a couple of pairs of shoes with very different supports because they recommend switching shoes each day, so whatever's worn out from the first day can rest and the next day. So I've been doing that. Last 2 days, when it hits midnight and Mary goes to bed, I go out on a deck party. I hang out on my deck, listen to music, think about things, or like last night, watch Alice in Wonderland on my iPad while I pace, and I'm getting my 10,000 steps. So I got those shoes yesterday, and I did like 5,000 in one pair, 5,000 steps in the other, just working on our Disney training and all of that. So, and I'll be adding thousands of steps every week or so many days to really try to build up to hopefully be about averaging 25,000 a day before we go. So once we get out there, if we're hitting 30,000, I'll be used to it.
You'll just be dragging my sorry ass because there's no way I can keep up with that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that last night. It's like, okay, I gotta figure out how to get Mary involved in some of this training. So like, I'm not just ready and like, we can do this, we can do all the things. And like halfway through it, I'm like,
yeah.
Mary, no.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not sure we're gonna work that in with my job and everything else I have to do.
The one thing is you are already more in shape than I am. And I know you're doing some things and we just gotta get you walking more.
I didn't do my exercises today. Oh, fuck, well, it's not happening.
Yeah, well, we all need a rest day. I might need a rest day.
I already had my rest day.
Oh no! Shit. We'll get there. And I am, just know I am thinking about helping you out with that. Next things I'm gonna research is like park bags, like what are gonna be the best park bags and all that kind of stuff. I already know what to put in them, figuring all that out. So I just wanna be as prepared as possible. I treat things like a film shoot. You prepare for everything and know that things are gonna go wrong, but be as prepared for as much as possible.
Just try not to carry around a 50-pound bag.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I'm not even packing like I normally do. There's no reason for me to take a drone. There's no reason for me to take 18 cameras, so I'm going pretty light on a lot of that.
I'm not talking about
Well, no, you mean in the park as well. I understand that. It's mostly just a pair of dry socks and a Ziploc bag and some fans and things like that. Sunscreen, I mean, it's a collapsible water bottle. Ponchos, umbrella. I mean, it's, it's those things. So there's all that. Did we tell them about the Africa trek? I think that happened. Okay, so we added a third day of Mickey's Not So Spooky because we also got a reservation for the Be Our Guest experience right as Mickey's Not So Scary starts that day. And I kind of really want to do that as well. Yeah, I know. So we have 3 nights of Mickey's Not So Spooky Halloween. Actually, all 3 nights we could do. The time we're there's only 4 nights available. One night we're in the Galactic Star Cruiser, so we can't do it. But so we're going to enjoy that. That's going to be amazing. We have a plan to trick or treat for as much candy as possible, ship it all home, and have Halloween covered.
This is some very expensive candy.
I mean, I'm just like, wherever we can get a little money back. Hey, everybody, check out our registry. You checked out our registry at Butts Buddies? So we got that, and then, all right, so there's this thing I found that I knew Mary would love. And I was hesitant about me doing it, But then I kept remembering all these videos I've watched. They're like, you should do at least one thing that pushes your boundaries, get you a little out of your comfort. And I'm like, that could be the thing. I'll do it. She would be worried that I would be bitchy, whiny, which is a reasonable concern of hers. But as I keep trying to remind her, and she's seen this, so I don't know why, I can understand when her parents or my dad or whoever, but I feel like she should know this about me by now. If I'm well prepared for it, like if I know it's coming and I'm mentally prepared that I'm gonna have to do some of these things I'm not comfortable with, it's way easier for me to do them without like bitching, because I would not want to ruin it for her. But we found this thing called the, it's Africa Trek, the Wild Africa Trek. So at Animal Kingdom, they have all the animals. They have the safari like ride thing you can go on where they'll drive you around. This is the VIP version. It's not a private version, but it's the like 10-person group or something. Yeah. Where you get to get way up close and personal with a lot of the animals. You get a fancy lunch. You get to keep a special cantina that you get to own. They put you in a special vest that hooks to things because you get to do things like feed hippos, I'm assuming over a cliff because you get to see them watch eat birds. You get to walk over crazy rope bridges, sometimes over pits of crocodiles. It's like going to a zoo, but like you get to go up and meet the animals. Again, not entirely my jam, but it could have been interesting. But as I explained this to her as a possibility, I saw it on her face. And by the time it was over, I was like, I'm not even questioning it anymore. I can see that you have to do this. And that's pretty much the response I got, which means, yeah, I don't want to say it, but yeah. So there was one day, he's got the silver ball around her feet now.
Careful, Jay. There
was one day where there was availability for 2 people, but it was later in our stay. So once we decided we were gonna do it, we put the money where we needed it, and we thought we were gonna book it. And then I shifted around our park reservations and all that so we could do it. And we went to add it to our cart. And it was like trying to buy a PlayStation 5. Disappeared before we could check out. It's like, no. So then we had the thought, it's like, listen, normally we're fine with like, we'll go do some things on our own or whatever. You know, because you don't want to do everything together. You got to do things separately so you have things to talk about. Like there's some people out there, like they make fun of me or whatever for the Star Wars thing. Like, oh yeah, Mary's off the squall. Why are you not with your wife? Oh, he took time away from his wife on their vacation to go do a trailer reaction. It's like, y'all are clearly not in good relationships because you shouldn't be with your partner 24/7. That'll drive both of you insane. Yeah. You got to still have your own lives a little bit, at least a little bit. So anyway, so we had the thought, okay, she has to do this. And as much as I would be happy to go and enjoy that, because like the photos and stuff would be really memorable. It's like, listen, we got to get her in. So we booked her for a single on that day. And then we realized, well, if we're booking her single, and I looked, it's like, oh, there's a lot more options for single. So we were able to then switch our original park reservation, park schedule back and move her over to one of the days early where we're already out there, which is also good because if it gets canceled, more chance to redo it. Like she gets rained out or whatever. But it's rain or shine though, actually, so you're good. Yeah. But they take you through the hidden places that only the trainers really get to go and all that. So she's gonna have a blast. And I'm gonna go survey the park and eat some awesome food and drink some drinks. Because again, it kind of works out. It would almost be better if it was the first day, but we're checking in the first day. That would be insane to then immediately send her off. But because I know how I'm gonna want to be at these places, I'm gonna want to walk the whole park initially first and not really stop for a lot. I'm gonna want to see everything, get a glimpse of everything and a lay of the land, and then be like, okay, now let's go. But Mary is like, when she sees something she wants to know about, she's all in on it. so it's probably gonna be beneficial to both of us. I just hope she doesn't get too jealous when I get to ride Avatar more than she does, because I sneak in the single riders line. There is that. It might happen. I'll try not to, no promises. So we got her that. And then the Mickey's Halloween. We have Universal totally paid off now. Halloween Horror Nights all handled. RIP tour, that's exciting. The houses have been fully revealed. Mary is excited about how worried I am about the bug house. Well, I don't do well in haunted houses. We've talked about this. I'm a little afraid.
It's not like it's going to be a picnic for me either, but the bug house may help make up for you dragging me along for this ride.
Oh, come on. You know, if we're there and it's happening, you know you want to get to see the most expensive haunted houses in the world. Especially the way we get to see it with the RIP, where we don't wait at all.
I'm good with like the daylight tour.
Well, also consider like the weekend house should be very interesting, as terrifying as it's going to be. And the Universal Monsters house is going to be awesome. And I'm excited about Halloween, especially being Halloween 1, you know? Like, okay, I'm in. It's going to be so cool. And all the scare zones are going to be awesome. And the food, though, that's why I'm really excited. We're going for like 4 days. But anyway, so I don't want to tell you anything that we've been through before because we've talked about a lot of this. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. This week, Friday, I think I'm getting on the phone with Disney and starting to pay a bunch of the rest off. I'm not going to tell you the numbers. I want to because it's insane. And maybe if I told you, you'd be more inclined to jump to our registry and maybe ease the burden of a lightsaber or a droid or something, or even a day of Genie Plus at Disney. And again, don't feel pressured, but I mean, if you can and you're interested in doing that, feel free, buttsbuddies.com. But I did finally total up the cost of everything we've spent so far. That's what I'm gonna say. And it's only like 3 prepaid dinners, so I've also already done the math, and I'm like, we're looking easily a few more $1,000s for all the food the 2 weeks, minimum. That's if we don't go too terribly fancy. And then I'm like, oh yeah, merchandise. We're easily going to want to spend $5,000. I mean, have you seen these Star Wars costumes? Which I've been planning. They don't sell pants or boots. So I've already been on Amazon. I've already found some pants and boots. I need at least 3 costumes, at least 3 Star Wars costumes. Oh, that reminds me of the other thing to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sitting here going like, I'm more the disposition of, that stuff's really cool, but do I really need it?
You have to get some. You have to, because I need you to at least be dressed for the Star Cruiser, because we got to play along.
I'm willing to do that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and plus, it's a wedding gift to me. If you, some of those things they have are.
Yeah.
They make the little carving thing that Anakin gave to Padme. I'm so fucking kidding. They make the chance cubes. Watto's chance cubes. I'm buying those. They make the food pellet things that go on the Jedi belt. I'm buying those. They make an exclusive Star Cruiser lightsaber. I'm buying that.
I'm surprised he's not buying the full-size astromech.
I don't have $25,000 or I would. Now, however, if somebody else wants to go to our vacation fund, the general fund, and throw in $6,000 with the message of buy first order Stormtrooper armor, I'll do it. That's the only way it's happening. I'm not buying it on my own. That's one thing I'm not buying on my own. I can't justify $6,000 to be a fat Stormtrooper. But if you want to see that and you got $6,000 to throw away, I'll do it. But yeah, I found the sites that show like everything those stores sell, so I can be better prepared. So I have a rebel resistance outfit concept. That's Jack bumping the camera. He's so cute. I need Jedi robes, like just a full-on Jedi robe, cloak, outfit, and boots for that. And I need a Sith version. I already have boots for that. Those are kind of the 3 costumes I've mostly settled on. I wouldn't mind having more of the Bail Organa Security Force formal wear for the Star Cruiser and some of those fancy dinners in case I meet the captain and need to hubbub, and schmooze some elbows so I can find some secret compartments. I can't believe Andor's going to premiere the day I first go to Galaxy's Edge. That's still mind-blowing. I wonder if they'll do something. Okay, so that's almost it. There is one other thing as we've been researching. We got this new thing today. You've seen me use my motorized hand fans. These are going with us. They have detached. Oh! Woo! Thank God I didn't hit my wine. Detachable fans. You can put these batteries on them, or plug it in via USB. And this is really nice. I just enjoy these in general, right? And you can fold it around, bend it, set it on a table. You can stick it in your shirt, walk around like that. But then I thought, just for general staying cool, I'm low butt. No, I'm kidding. It actually goes down here. But now we can... I'm my own biggest fan. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We have 2 of those. We bought one of these for testing. Mary's kind of down. I was smart and I chose white because it occurred to me if I choose black and it's just like soaking in the sunlight, this itself is likely to get hot. So at least this will be a little cooler. It has fans in the back. I can feel a little bit of airflow out the back. Not as much as you would expect out of the back, but the sides, particularly through here, work pretty good. They just don't have the angling. I mean, you could kind of do that a little bit, but that's not gonna...
I'm gonna take it out for some yard work to see how it does.
Yeah. They also have this like caramel colored one that really does start to look like a Star Wars accessory, and I'm like, it could be part of the costume. Speaking of costumes, this is the last part I've got. So since we're going to Mickey's Halloween and we're going to Horror Night, Mickey's Halloween, I definitely want to dress up for. But like, comfortable for Florida costumes. So like, not super duper, you know, perfectly accurate. And I'm not going to tell you what costumes I have. We're going to save that as a surprise. But I have ideas for a few Disney costumes, his and her costumes. And even she's on board for some of it. I've already bought one. Could be a his and hers. I'm not saying it needs to be. But I know. And that's why I'm not saying it needs to be.
Yeah.
Because I went to Spirit Halloween, which I'm like, this is the year, I'm way more into Halloween because of all this than I have been in decades. She's gotten me more and more into Halloween because I'm a horror guy. Halloween's 24/7 for me usually, but now I'm really into it, and this year particularly. So anyways, I got one, and I got a great one for Halloween Horror Nights and like Scare Fest and a whole bunch of stuff I'm really excited about in Drunken Movie Night potential. And I have some other ideas, and I'm very excited. So, and they're very comfortable. They're very park accessible, you know, short sleeves, like, because a lot of stuff I'm like, it's long sleeves. I don't want to do that, you know, like, but it's going to be cute. We're going to have adorable photos, and we're going to share those with you. And hey, if you want to pay for those photos, guess what? One of the things on the registry is the photo pass stuff. Just saying. I'm shameless. Still got to figure out wedding bands. That's going to become like, that's like the next big priority outside of getting the decorations, you know, getting the materials ordered and all of that. So that's going to become our next big thing. I've already started kind of looking around, getting ideas on my own. We've looked here and there. We've had some ideas, but where do we want to land? We haven't decided yet. Flights are booked. Transpo from the airport and back, blah, blah, all that's booked. I think I talked about that last week. So yeah, so basically the honeymoon itself is pretty much as booked as it can be. Although we do got to figure out that rum bar at Universal. What day, I think I know what day we want to go, but I got to figure out what time. They have tons of openings, but they have like 100 different types of rum. And you can order rum flights. And then the food looks amazing too. So I'm like, and it's in our hotel at Universal. So I was like, yeah, no brainer. Okay, what do you think? Anything else we want to talk about? Anything we're excited about?
I'm gonna go see Only Murders real quick.
I don't know if we'll get to Only Murders and Shadows, but we can damn sure try if we shut up. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. We'll try to give you more next weekend. We have already been filming vlog stuff for the 2 vlogs while we're on vacation. So just giving you that heads up. They're gonna be kind of pre-filmed. I know what I'm cooking. We've already been doing some reviews for it. Cocktails are coming. Oh fuck, I started to do a cocktail tonight. Okay, that's that. We gotta go. We love you. We'll see you all. She'll see you all next week. I don't know if you'll get any more Mary in this vlog. Sorry, it's just you gotta deal with it while we're, you know, just know it's all for a good reason. Because this beautiful lady is stupid enough to marry me after over 8 years of knowing each other. We've known each other over 8 years now. We've been dating for like 7.5 years. Been engaged for what, 6 years? We've probably been engaged for 6 years. 7.5 years we were dating, about 1.5 years in, so about 6 years we've been engaged, and we're finally getting married. That's why it's the incredibly overdue, fantastical nuptials of Eric and Mary. Harry Potter included.
Hi, Jack.
Bye. All right, hey, I gotta make this cocktail quick. It took me a long time to figure this out. Get all the ingredients. We're gonna make a Bloody Maria. This is a tequila version of a Bloody Mary. We have a bit of work to do here I haven't done. So what's this? This is from IsabelEats.com. Basic thing, 4 ounces of tomato juice, 1.5 ounces of tequila blanco, white tequila. Quarter lemon divided into 2 wedges. Quarter lime divided into 2 wedges. Half a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Quarter teaspoon of Tabasco sauce. Pinch of celery salt. Pinch of smoked paprika. Pinch of black pepper for garnish. Olives, pickle spears, pepperoncini, celery stalks. I don't have a lot of this stuff, so we're gonna go a little light. What kind of glass am I actually supposed to make this in? Crap, hold on. Okay, we're gonna have a pint glass. Pint glass? We're gonna switch this out for a pint glass. Especially when I'm gonna double. You know what? We're gonna double. Because no butts, no glory. All right, so I need a little plate. Let me get a little plate. One of Mary's cool saucers with the pattern people get excited about. Okay, so we're gonna pan down. Show you what I'm just gonna go. We just gotta go. I'll show you what I'm working with while I'm working with it. Sorry for the strange camera angle. So if we are going to double, So a quarter lemon. So we want a half lemon. We want four wedges of my half lemon. Fudge. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna go on the stronger side. So we're gonna take that down into half. I know I'm just using a basic freaking steak knife because everything else has been clean. This is a horrible knife technique. Do not do what I am doing. Especially because your fingers get a little wet. You know what? I'm just gonna use this as a staging plate. Let's be real here. All right, let's get about halfway in. Because this is not giving me specific measurements on lemon juice and lime juice, so that's why we are going to play nice, apparently. I should really get rid of my ring off. It's a trash day, I'll deal with that. All right, putting my ring in my pocket. And, I mean, not that we need to be that worried about contamination here in terms of flavor contamination, but we will. I have rolled these out a little bit. My limes are getting a little old, so we gotta work through them. They're still pretty juicy. Still got some good flavor. All right, we're gonna take that down into quarters. And like I said, not the best technique. It's just gotten really late. Mary's about to go to bed, so I need to like hush the hell up. All right, putting those limes over there, just kind of out of our way. I'll just bag these up for later. My God, you couldn't even, maybe you could see part of it. All right, I'm gonna set this to the side. I'll clean this up when I can be a little more quiet about it. Okay, we wanna use a mixing glass. Now that we got all that figured out. All right. And we're going in a pint glass, right? So, 3, 8, it's like 11 ounces. A pint glass is like 16. Yeah, we're gonna go a little heavier. We're gonna double this. So, 8 ounces of tomato juice, 3 ounces of vodka. So that's a cup. That's it. You know what? Let's just use the thing. Screw it. We're going to a movie tomorrow. This will get in the dishwasher. We have no use. Let's do the thing where we actually build it up. All right, especially going double. 4 ounces of tomato juice. I should give this a shake, I think I learned. We started some experimenting with tomato juice earlier. That'll be in a future vlog. Okay, let's get this bad boy. Oh yeah, I really should have shaken it up. When you see that experiment, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's 8 ounces of tomato juice. All right, 3 ounces of tequila. And since we're mixing it, you don't need expensive stuff. You don't need expensive stuff, particularly when you're mixing it with something as astringent as a tomato juice. You want to get this to about 11. I don't have an 11 marker. I'm gonna have to aim between 10 and 12. Oh, I was gonna joke about accidentally going to 12 and then I accidentally went to 12. That's fine, we're gonna make this our own recipe. 2 to 1, 2 to 1. Quarter lemon, quarter lime, we'll get to that. Half a teaspoon of Worcestershire. We are doubling, so we want a teaspoon of Worcestershire. And I like Worcestershire sauce. Is that my teaspoon? That is my teaspoon. Sweet. If this goes a little heavy, we're fine. Hopefully there's a teaspoon left in this bottle. I don't have to open a whole new bottle for this. Yes, we are in luck. I'm gonna let it go a little heavy. Actually, like seriously, there was literally like a teaspoon left in that. Fucking perfect. Except that's another bottle I gotta clean for the recycle because trash goes out tonight. Everything's done except that. Okay. Quarter teaspoon of Tabasco. So want half a teaspoon of Tabasco. I like mine a little spicy. And here's where we're gonna change it up. Let's not go Tabasco. We're gonna use a different thing. We're gonna make my, or should I? Should I stick with the recipe? We're gonna actually stick with the recipe. I've never made this before. So I figure if we stick with the recipe, next time, I'll learn what I wanna do. So we are gonna use half a teaspoon of Tabasco, because we are doing a double. I mean, maybe a little bit more, a couple extra dashes accidentally. Accidentally. All right. celery salt, smoked paprika, black pepper. That's for something else. So that is the mixture, which honestly, I am not going to use my mixing thing. We'll put that away. We'll save some dishes. All right, so, oh, that's getting fragrant. All right, we'll rim the glass in a second. That's step one. So now, in a large cup for mixing, add tomato juice, tequila, lemon wedge, lime wedge. I guess I didn't have to quarter those. I could have been. Worcestershire, Tabasco, celery salt, smoked paprika, and black pepper. So we do add a touch of those. Okay. Well, anyways, let's work on getting the juices in. See about getting. We're gonna do 2 because we are doubling. I do wish this was a little bit more measured, not just like, quarter of a lime wedge, like large, medium, small. Like, give me ounces, people, or tablespoons or something. At least to start, as I'm learning. I'm just getting in there, man. I just got a big old chunk. I'm gonna have to be careful with that. Also, I just realized, oh no, I don't have the compost thing open. I'm gonna have to figure that out. We're still rolling. Okay, good. Whew. Okay, good. At least it didn't drop in there. All right, so that is a really gnarly, nasty juicing of a lemon. Let's do it with a lime. Where did that lime? Okay. Oh, phew. I was like, I lost a lime slice. I did not. Okay. Tell you though, lemon and lime juice. Ah, crap. Got another piece that flopped in there. I'm gonna have to be real careful pouring this in. That's probably why I could have used the thing with the strainer. Let's get this piece of lime in there. Okay. Get all the juice out of there. I do like my lime juice. Okay. All right, let me actually clean my fingers. Find my towel. Oh my God, it's 1:14 a.m. August 18th? Technically. All right, I've left the garbage open because I gotta remember to take the garbage out. Let's give this a nice little stir. Oh Jesus, splattering everywhere. That is one problem with this cup. Can't get a smooth stir going. I'm gonna say it's pretty good. Okay, no, we gotta get some seasonings in there. That's right. Okay. Almost done. All right, pinch of celery salt, pinch of smoked paprika, pinch of black pepper, but we're also supposed to make kind of a tahini-ish rim out of it, so I'm just gonna do the tappa. That feels like a good pinch. I do like my celery salt. Healthy pinch. Lots of black pepper. Okay. And I do not have a dill pickle spear for garnish, but I want some of that dill pickle vibe, so I am gonna add my own little thing of just a dash of dill pickle juice. I know I wanted to stick with their thing, but I just, who knows? Okay, that seems pretty good. Let's now quickly use another one of Mary's plates because I'm a dummy. And celery salt, smoked paprika. Okay, just a little bit. This is basically gonna mean for rimming the thing, so we're gonna have to kind of, I'm kind of gonna smooth that in myself. And give it a little bit of a shake-a. I'm gonna try to run it out into a rim a little bit. Just trying to get a size idea here. Okay. What do we think? We think that's about it, gang? That's probably getting close. Okay, here we go. Final things. We're gonna hit the lime wedge. All right, so we're gonna hit our thing with it. Oh man, that's juicy. going down too much of the glass. Oh, that's too late. All right, let's see what we can do here. Not getting very deep because I didn't want to give up too much. I guess I could have actually lime wedged this a little lighter. I'm learning. This is my first time doing a bunch of this stuff. First time ever making a Bloody Mary from scratch. I will create a recipe that's more me for sure over time. All right, now we just want to pour it. Let's get some ice in there. 4 or 5 cubes. See what 4 looks like. 5 it is. And let's pour in the drink. Probably gonna get that lemon lime wedge. That's fine. I don't care. Ooh, it's so close. Maybe I should have skipped 1 ice cube. Okay. I'm going to put a straw in there. I like my Bloody Marys with straws. And we also need to garnish it. So there's the drink. That looks pretty tasty. Where are my garnish straws? All right, skewers. So the one special ingredient we're gonna do here is we have lemon stuffed olives. We've been talking about trying these for a while. We'll put 2 or 3 of these on the skewer and see what we think. If I can find a skewer I can get out of here without pulling out all of them. There we go. Okay. Now we're gonna skewer some olives. 1, 2. I do love olives, but I have to be careful and not have too many. And I will stick with the, even though I'm not a traditionalist, the whole bar thing of gotta have them in odd numbers. Let's put it over here where it's less. No, I want you, oh fuck, it just dripped down. I'm trying to get it to like, there. Let me clean that glass up a little bit. Okay, let me get a quick shot and we will taste test this and then I can shut up for Mary. Bloody Maria. That's not a really pretty photograph. I don't have a great angle. All right, anyways, I'm in a rush. I can't photograph it beautifully, so just for my memories, I got some stuff. Okay, let me move this camera up. Let's do this so I can shut the fuck up. I'm gonna go ahead and let that actually dunk back. Oh, am I? Oh, this is really full. Hold on, I'm gonna kind of hold these so I can taste this. I should have mixed it with some ice. Could stand to be a little cooler. That's really tasty. That is awesome. Let me try it with a little of the rim here. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. One last thing, because we've been meaning to taste test these. I gotta taste these olives. This is great. I will make this again. This is awesome. This is really good. This is better than a Bloody Mary. Maybe a little more heat for me, but really good. But how are these lemon stuffed olives? What an interesting flavor. That's the tartness of the olive is there. I mean, the lemon is there, but the olive, something about that tartness and the briny sourness of an olive. That's probably not, I'm a little. Something makes it really savory, and then it kind of becomes slightly tart and sweet. That is awesome. Bloody Maria for the win. I would have garnished it a lot more, but I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what I was making tonight. All right, a little more vlog coming. It's 1:22 a.m. Oh my God, it's time to review. Like, Okay, I got a lot left to do. Let's do it. Okay, last week I was supposed to review Prey, and I just totally forgot because there's so much crazy shit going on. So, long story short, it's getting really late, so I'm going to keep these brief. I loved it. I kind of expected to love it, and I totally loved it. I don't have any problem with the CG. This could be a situation where people who watched it immediately saw an unfinished version, as is becoming commonplace with streaming movies. And by the time I got to it a week or so later, they had upgraded the effects. I don't know, but it looked good to me. Story was great. Feels like a classic, like what Predator movies should be. The whole idea of drop a Predator into this scenario and see how humanity responds. And they nailed it. The girl learned, she trained, she wasn't all powerful. She took her licks, she figured it out. Very similar to Dutch. Now, you know, Dutch in the original movie did the, what's the word, subversion of like, oh, muscle-bound, badass dudes can take care of everything and got their asses handed to them. This goes in a slightly different direction, but in a way that still works. Like, she's badass, she wants to prove herself. Totally relatable, doesn't care what gender you are. It's totally relatable, wants to prove yourself. Awesome. I did not watch the Comanche version, but I very much appreciate they did that. Cinematography is fantastic. Some of the vistas and stuff are just beautiful, and like a lot of people complaining, I really wish they had done a theatrical release for this. I would have gone to theaters, and I would not have been disappointed. If there's any way for this to get like an IMAX release or something, I would go see it again. An IMAX particularly. I will see it many times. My history of the Predator films, love the original. Recently rediscovered Part 2. I always thought I didn't like Part 2, but recently, like a few years ago, I was like, oh no, Part 2 is great. Always loved Predators. Alien vs. Predator, whatever. I can watch it. It's watchable. It's like a Resident Evil movie, which makes sense knowing the director. But it's like, Alien vs. Predator Requiem, I remember really liking, and then rewatching, I was like, I liked this. The Predator, I hated. I flat out hated. Especially some of the ending stuff and like the point of it. But this is a return to form. And I wouldn't mind a sequel in this, but like a lot of people have said, I like the idea. Let's finally figure it out. Let's just drop them in different places. Like, what if next time is like, you know, Japan and, you know, like samurais? I'd love to see samurais going up against a Predator. That would be amazing. You know, some of the gore and stuff are really fun. The French trapper is really interesting. The connection to Predator 2, kind of interesting. It still needs some further explaining, but sets up some possibilities for more story nuggets to be dropped. This was definitely made by a fan who understood the original, who understood the early acts. Like, some people complain about the early act, but it's like, no, that was the stress. Like, until we kind of really start seeing the Predator and stuff, you know, there's all this suspense of, is he out there? Do we see him? You know, that kind of stuff. But I really, really enjoyed this. I enjoyed the characters, the family dynamics. Only one character was truly hateable. Others are, well, no, there's a couple of hateables now that I think about the fur trappers. But honestly, this was just such a good time from start to finish, and I had high expectations, and it surpassed them. So fuck yes to Prey. Would love to see it in a theater, and would love sequels to either directly that or let's play around with the Predator. You know it. You finally figured out what fans have known all along. This is the format. Let's do it. Okay, next movie. Alright, so in my Disneycation, I finally watched the 1951 original Alice in Wonderland. I fucking loved this. I enjoyed the Johnny Depp movies well enough because I had never seen the original. I didn't quite, I knew they did their own interpretation, but I didn't quite understand the hate. And now that I've seen the original, I kind of totally get the hate. I mean, parts of it are pretty cool. I'd kind of want to watch those again just now for better context, but the original animated film is fucking great. Like, I just remember really being sucked in, particularly by the Tweedledum, Tweedledee interactions, and then the Mad Hatter and like Mouse and Bunny. Sorry, I still suck with names. when they're like having the dinner party, the celebration of the unbirthday, which was a great running gag. The Queen stuff works so much better in this. I mean, this isn't meant to be a review comparing and contrasting, but I really liked it. The animation is still gorgeous, still holds up today. The pacing really works. The questions, the whole story of, you know, careful what you wish for, but also like, it's not as like, again, not to be comparing and contrasting, but where the movies were very much like, I just want to be me and no one will let me be me. This was very much about being like, I want to be me and I'm gonna be me, and holy shit, maybe I shouldn't 100% be me. Maybe I need a little bit of reining in. That's kind of what I took a little bit from it. You know, maybe that's not exactly it. It's definitely a movie I'd watch again and again. I've already been making jokes with Mary, you know, and like the Painting of the Roses, like that was a dark fucking song sung so happily. That fits totally into me. A lot of my early punk rock is very, you know, either dark music with happy lyrics or dark lyrics with happy music. You know, like I love that juxtaposition. It's like a very tight, like 83 minutes or something, 81 minutes. And from start to finish, it is just amazing and gorgeous. Alice is charming, and like pretty much every single character in there is charming. Even the evil queen and her husband, and like just when she's holding the husband and the whole like eating the mushroom and growing and shrinking and how that kind of stuff comes into play. Incredibly fun. Cheshire Cat. Like I love, and this is in the very beginning of the movie. I didn't realize this, but she sets it up like, oh, I wish I could talk to you and understand each other. And cats would just smile at me all the time. Like all these little things. It's like, okay, all right. And then we just build her fantasy world, and it was just fan-fucking-tastic. I loved it. So Alice in Wonderland still doesn't nearly beat Lilo and Stitch. That's still my favorite. But Alice in Wonderland, very high marks. Excuse me. Something I would absolutely watch again and again, and I will. Which is why I'm kind of glad I'm doing this Disney-cation, you know, Disney education, when I'm at an age where I can appreciate it. Because I would not have appreciated this when I was younger as much as I am now, because I was so into horror and would think this is just so childish. Blah, blah. I was like, you know, it's a good thing the internet wasn't around back then. I would have been one of those jerk-ass internet commenters. Again, you hate it, that's fine. It's your own remarks. Maybe you like the movies better. I don't know. Like I said, I now have earned the errors of my way. But personal favorites are going to be Tweedledum and Tweedledee. The Mad Hatter, I totally get the appeal of the Mad Hatter. I'm wanting to go through all of storage when we used to get those Disney Funko boxes. And I'm like, man, there's probably some really cool shit in these that I didn't appreciate nearly enough then that now I will love. That's right, I'll buy some cool Mad Hatter stuff. Ooh, wait, do I need a Mad Hatter costume for... I have ideas. Okay, we're gonna talk video games. We're gonna wrap this up. I have got to fucking quit. It's late. I still gotta take out the trash too. Fuck. Okay, video games. I didn't talk about last week, but I played Rise Son of Rome. I have the launch edition for my Xbox One, because I have the launch edition of that. Never fucking played it. Always wanted to, never got around to it. And for rewards points purposes, which I also want to talk about, I had to play some for a bit. And even though I did kind of follow a tutorial, man, that's kind of fun. The combat feels pretty good. It feels like a good game that I would definitely want to check out. The rewards thing I'm mentioning, for whatever reason, my purchasing bonus points have dropped to 10 points per dollar. I used to have 20. Now, I've slacked a little bit on keeping consistent with my streaks and my points because there's a lot going on. So I don't know if that's a factor. I don't remember what the requirements were, or did they drop it to 20 for everybody? Are they best buying Microsoft rewards, where they're very slowly trickling out lesser and lesser goodness of it? Like how you don't get the 5-point daily check-in, you get the 3-point now. You don't get the, you know, play a daily game, get that extra 5-point, you know, things like that. The way Best Buy is like, we're not doing elite tier rewards anymore. Now we're carrying less movies. Now we're going to charge you for bags. Not really hung up on the charging for bags thing. Sure, it's ecological. Just like, it just on top of everything, it just feels like another step of like, I have to... People have lived in places where they've had to deal with this. This is my first experience with it the other day. It's like, I have to pay for a bag? Okay. And I would have. I mean, it wasn't like it was a crazy price, like 10 cents or whatever, but like you didn't tell me this until we had already completed the transaction. I kind of would like to have had a bag for all these movies I just bought, so they aren't sliding all over the fucking floor in my car. Anyways, little bummed about that with Microsoft Rewards. Multiverse, let's talk Multiverse. Oh my God, we're getting Gremlins in Multiverse. Black Adam, shocking. I was a little freaked out because I opened it the other day. If you see all our Let's Plays, we unlocked all the characters. But now they've done the rotation, and a bunch of characters were locked, and I was confused since like they were the free characters when we unlocked everybody else. So now I've unlocked them. We do have season 1 now, like Morty is coming. But I'm a little concerned because there were these really cool Battle Pass tier rewards, like Uncle Shagworth costume that I was this close to, and I'm not sure I can get it now. And that kind of bums me out. I don't necessarily like limited time collectibles. Like, let me collect my shit. You know what I mean? I fucking suck at this game, apparently. I thought it was okay. Mary slaughters me all the time, but I thought maybe she's really good at it. But even playing fucking bots now that they've kind of balanced the characters more, like they nerfed Shaggy and made fucking Tom and Jerry way OP'd for my personal taste. I'm sure I'm wrong because I'm sucky at games. But it was really kind of a bummer and annoying. And like, I'm trying to have fun with this game, and it's starting to not be fun because maybe I just fucking suck at it. But excited about the potential and the possibilities in the future. I gotta play some more WWE. There's so much going on in there, but I just haven't had time. So many other games I really want to play. I think like the Saints Row remake is coming up. That Dragon Ball Breakers or whatever is coming up, which I did order the Switch Collector's Edition. So many games, so little time. But I was considering, what was I considering today? There was something I was thinking about grabbing that I have on other systems, Xbox probably. I thought about grabbing for the Switch to like play on my way to Florida, Disney related or whatever. Then also randomly, you know, I have the Tsum Tsum Switch, the Japanese import Tsum Tsum Switch, Disney related. Those are gorgeous Joy-Cons. I just found out that's like fairly valuable, and so I kind of wanted to use my Disney Joy-Cons and stuff, but now I'm like, I don't know, you know, I don't know. Then I'm also thinking, should I just take a Switch Lite? Because I don't think I want to take a console to the park, but I mean, if there are going to be 1 or 2 rides, and there's likely to be 1 or 2 rides, we can't get lightning passes or whatever, and we may have to wait an hour, hour and a half to do that ride. And I'm like, at that point, can I have my Switch? Like, I know there's lockers to drop off your backpacks. I would hope they're just before the ride. Like, you don't have to stow your shit and wait in line for an hour and a half. And then I'm like, maybe I should have a Switch Lite on me and just play some shit. Get Multiverse on that. Get good in line, you know? Or fuck, I mean, if there's even decent internet, take 2. Let Mary play. We can battle each other. I've got enough Switch Lites. We can do that. I don't know. Just trying to figure that part of it out. I do love games. I hate that I'm not having enough time to play it. Plus, I can't really play Fallen Order on the go. If I had a Steam Deck, maybe. Can I get those yet? They're still like way behind on ordering. Yeah. All right, anyways, that's the video game talk. All right, that's it. We got to wrap this puppy up. I've got to edit it. I've got to get, because I have to finish editing this vlog. Thank God I already did half of it. But then we filmed a bunch of stuff today that's like, you know, half of next week's vlog. So it feels like I've filmed a full vlog this week. But it is 1:44 a.m. I gotta get this footage in, processed, editing, rendering, and exporting. Then I gotta take care of trash. And then I did 7 trailers, like, I've been doing my trailers on Monday, and normally I do 5, but I had a plan. If I do 7 a week between now and then, between, you know, honeymoon or wedding, I would have the 15 covered. Well, there was some really cool stuff that came out the other day after I'd done this weekly 7 that I'd like to get out earlier in the week and not push a week behind. So it's like, I'm gonna do 7 more trailers today. So right now, it's August 18th, and by like September 10th, 11th, 12th, we'll say, I need to be 15 trailers ahead. It's August 18th and I'm 11 trailers ahead. Which means if I get 4 more trailers ahead, I can go back to my regular schedule of 5 a week and try to keep things somewhat fresh, or, you know, even still get a little further ahead and make it a little lighter, because I'd rather stress about doing more now than doing more closer to when everything might be really stressful. We have the entire August Let's Plays done with Mary. We're focusing on the entire September very soon. Patreon completely covered until I'm back from honeymoon. And we have already started shooting stuff for the vlogs while we're gone. The couple of vlogs while we're gone. So we're getting there. But anyways, I gotta go so I can do all this stuff and try to relax. Maybe watch another Disney movie. I don't know. I'm afraid to sit on my couch. I'm gonna pass out. I want to break in those shoes somewhere. My legs feel like they got some steps in them. Maybe not the 10K, because I'm not gonna get to it till 3 or 4 in the morning. I gotta shut up. Thanks everybody. I love you. Comment. What do you think? You got excitement? You excited to check out our wedding? ButtsBuddies.com. BUTTSBUTTIES, or use that link in the description. Play it safe. Come on over and give us a gift. If you've been watching the vlogs, you know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm not gonna beg. Please. No, I'm just kidding. No, seriously, I'm just kidding. You probably have better things to spend your money on. I am lucky enough to be able to do this in a certain amount of privilege, so please, by all means. But like I said, I mean, if you just have always thought about doing something, by all means, now's the time. But do not feel any pressure, please. I would feel terrible if you felt pressured into doing it. But if you want to do it, then you can do it. Like if you want to. Okay. All right. What else? Okay, comment below. Let us know. Geek out in the comments. Anything you want to say. Foods, whatever. Disney suggestions, recommendations, Universal, Horror Nights, whatever. Recommendations. Click the thumbs up button. Give us the good old thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. And remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together. Check out our wedding website, buttsbuddies.com. Link in the description. Check out my music, Eric Butts, anywhere you listen. Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. I'm going to make some more stuff when we get back from I want at least 3 songs. A 3-song EP is my goal for the rest of this year. So check out Eric Butts. Just look me up, try a couple songs, see what you think. Also, early next year, I want to make a 5-minute short film. So check out some of the history of my filmmaking at ericbutts.com, my very out-of-date website. And of course, a lot more ways to support the channel, links and subscription, and just cool stuff in the description below. So click that see more button to see more butts. But I really got to get out of here, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say I love you, and I'll see you all later. And fuck it, may the force be with you always.